What's up, Trek Nation, and welcome back to After the Snap. It's me, Tasha Pierce, bringing you my thoughts on Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 8, entitled Surrender. And it goes a little something like this. Vadic forces Picard to make an impossible choice: deliver what he can never give, or watch his crew perish. Their only salvation lies in the mind of an old friend and old foe. So, if you haven't watched Surrender, what are you even doing? I'm about to spoil some ish in these Federation streets. That's it. That's your warning. But if you are fully prepared to dive into these spoilers, let's go. If I sum up this episode in one sentence, it's I'm tired. Remember last week ended with Vadic saying, "It's time Jack learned what he really is." Logic almost dictates that we will begin there this week. Instead, this week made the highly illogical choice to pull back from that and give us some very cool Vadic monologuing. It would have been a whole lot cooler if it didn't come at the expense of moving the story. This is why I'm tired. There's a lot of nostalgia going on and mustache twirling and emotional scenes, but not much moving the plot. Take away the stuff with Data and Lore, which was fantastic. And where have we gotten? Vadic turning the Titan skeleton crew into actual skeletons? Then they effing killed Lieutenant Tavine. They killed Lieutenant Tavine. Yeah, Jack did his telepath thing to Mora, which was cute. But what did it get us? I'm tired, y'all. The shit with Riker and Troy was filler conversation. Maybe it's setting up where they want to take the Riker clan once all of this is over, but it added nothing to this week's story. As for the overarching family theme this season is going for, their whole conversation as it pertains to that seems untimely. Why here? Why now? I mean, maybe because they think they're going to die? I don't know. I was happy to see Troy, even though they made her into some kind of sociopath who brainwashed her husband into being happy. That's a bit sick. Something I'd expect from her mama. But remember, I asked way back in episode 1 whether Betazoid women turn into their mothers after childbirth. We're getting closer and closer to this being the case. I like the Data and Lore side of things a lot, though I quickly figured out that Data was giving Lore all of his memories in order to stay alive. Now, Brent Spiner is masterful at convincingly flowing between these two characters, and the moments between Geordi and Data after his personality emerges triumphant further displays the acting chops of these two legends. Each time LeVar Burton or Brent Spiner is on screen, they literally eat. Then I get tired again. Why? Because more stalling on the Jack shit, that's why. Jack borrows some shit from a Star Wars set and heads up to the bridge to threaten Vadic. He's gonna do himself in if she doesn't release the bridge crew. He even says, there's really no point resisting, which has to be the Gen Z way of saying resistance is futile, am I right? Instead, she starts teasing him/us with what's behind the red door. She orders the bridge crew to be locked in, the ready room, but Seven stays out with Jack, which Vadic says is fitting. Long monologue, Data comes online to save the day. After some clever quips from the new Data, he opens the evacuation hatch on the bridge, while Jack's device is revealed to be a mobile force field protecting him and Seven from what happens next. A la countless other sci-fi franchises, Vadic and her changelings are sucked into the cold, dark void of space because the kids seen more movies. Ding dong, the witch is dead, maybe. But why even do that? Now also Seven gets the honor of blowing the Shrike to smithereens, so yay. I almost forgot about Raffi and Worf saving Riker and Troy from the Shrike. Like I said last week, Raffi and Worf had to not be aboard the Titan when Vadic and her crew took over because they are the Scrappers. Vadic would have never been successful and the writers would then be forced to move the story along in episode 7. This was evidenced by Raffi coming on board and immediately dispatching with a legion of changelings using the skills she learned from Worf approximately 4 days ago. It was beautiful and it took all of 45 seconds. But now that Troy is aboard Titan, she's like, ooh, I feel some evil on this ship. And after a gratuitous scene of the original TNG bridge crew assembled like the Avengers, she sets out to get us some answers about Jack. And just as she gets us up to this door, which now has fucking flames shooting out of it, these jerks roll the credits. I'm tired, y'all. Because we know this season began with us hearing Picard's captain logs from just prior to his assimilation by the Borg, accompanied by the song, "I don't want to set the world on fire" by the Ink Spots. We also know Shaw referred to the Battle of Wolf 359 as Picard/Locutus setting the world on fire. So the person, entity, whatever, the thing behind that door is connected to the Picard lineage, is dark and evil, wants to set the world on fire, and needs Jack to do it. It's almost obvious who that points to. And unless the writers go for something different on 4th and 1, the only reason to continue prolonging this is that there isn't enough story to fill out 10 episodes. This is why I'm tired, y'all. Just exhausted and bored. It's almost insulting at this point. Vadic is presumably gone, but we still have the rest of the changelings to deal with, and potentially whoever's in the mystery box or Locutus, take your pick. Can we just get on with it? On my regular 5-point scale, this one gets a 3.5. Data and Geordi saves this one from a lower score. The next one is called Vox, which friend of the show David translated from Latin as voice after I incorrectly stated that Locutus did. Locutus translates to talk or speak. So you see where this is going, right? Vox, talk, speak. Anywho, the description is: a devastating revelation about Jack alters the course of Picard's life forever and uncovers a truth that threatens every soul in the Federation. Now, usually I do a live stream on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Central, but this weekend is a major Christian holiday and I've been under the weather, so I am going to postpone. But please let me know your thoughts about Picard Episode 8, Surrender, in the comments. While you're there, smash that dislike button if you truly hate my take on this episode, but still subscribe with your notifications on so you can catch me live and tell me how you really feel. Now, if you enjoyed this review, consider supporting my channel by sliding me a super thanks or joining like these wonderful folks. Thanks for joining me on this one. I will see you in the next. Live long and prosper. Peace.